Well, folks, this thing is pretty sweet. So, this tractor is sold, but I just wanted to show it off a little bit. It's a John Deere 3039r, part of the premium 3R family of tractors. You may have seen some 3046R videos that I've done. You know, this is going to be just the same thing, essentially, just, well, what is it, 7 horsepower fewer. I just had this John Deere 385 Backhoe added to it, 16-inch bucket on here. There's also a 375 Backhoe that you can get. So this customer chose, and I think wisely, for the minimal cost upgrade. I think it was, oh, what was it, 500? Maybe it was a little bit more than that, but not a whole lot more. And so if you're going to invest, you know, $11,000 or $12,000 in a backhoe like this, you know, spend a little bit more and get the best one you can get. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, check out my other videos, and stay tuned. So a setup like this is not cheap. And so this is a, oh, what was it, 2017, 2018, somewhere around there, 3039R, okay? It is equipped with the H165 front end loader, quick attach bucket on here. You do have the electro-hydraulic third function. I've shown that in some other videos, so it's a thumb control that you can manipulate a third function with. And so if you have a grapple on the front, for instance, you can open and close the grapple, and this particular unit here actually has not only the outlets on the back that you can run like a rotating snowblower chute from with that thumb control, hard lines plumbed all the way to the front so that you can run a grapple up here. Just plug a couple of outlets in, and in fact, this customer is getting a grapple from us. We're just currently setting up the fittings to match up, and that way it can function properly that way. Really just a beautiful piece of equipment all around though. Again, 39 horsepower. It is gonna have a 3-range hydrostatic transmission on there, so you have medium, in addition to high and low range, which are found on the 2 and 1 series. Medium, I do find, is a really nice feature to have. You're not going to get that on the 3E series of tractors, only the 3R series, okay? You're also going to have a lot of other features. Just convenience features are nice to haves, kind of like the Cadillac, you know, Chevy versus a Cadillac. You get a lot of those little creature comforts if you're going to pay a little bit more. Well, sometimes you pay a lot more. But you're going to have tilt steering here, an upgraded suspension seat, LoadMatch, SpeedMatch, MotionMatch, Automotive Style cruise control. And so those features are going to be standard on this series of tractors, in addition to the things that you're going to find on more of your basic tractors, such as locking rear differential, selectable 2- and 4-wheel drive, folding ROPS. Oh, what else? Rate of drop control, some version of tool storage, flashers, that kind of thing as well. So one of my pet peeves on these tractors, because I don't think any tractor out there is perfect, but the 3R series is pretty darn close. There's no armrests that are on the 3R series. Why? I don't know. But and in fact, there's not even provisions to add armrests. Now you can get aftermarket seats, and I've done a video on that actually on a seat that would fit this, an aftermarket version that you can get that has armrests on it. Around $200, so not bad, but you know, you can't retrofit this seat. You'd have to totally replace the seat. So these are going to be the R4 tires that you see on here as well, the most popular. These are going to be a real thick bar that's on there, not the Ags. So these are generally safe to drive on your lawn. Good all-purpose tires, okay? They're going to last a very long time as far as the tread pattern goes as well. So one of the options this tractor does not have is going to be the mid-PTO. And so if you're unaware, mid-PTO is a field-addable option, meaning you can, after you purchase a tractor, if you didn't purchase it new and it didn't have the mid-PTO on there, this is one of the few series of tractors you can actually go back to your John Deere dealer and ask them to add the mid-PTO on. Mid-PTO is good for running a belly mower or running a front mount snowblower, for instance, okay? It is still going to have your rear PTO to be able to allow you to run, you know, your brush hogs and your tillers and your rear snow blowers, that kind of thing. So when you add on a backhoe, you need to have a different type of hydraulic outlet on there, okay? And so the regular third function or a fourth and a fifth are not going to cut it. You need to have something that has continuous flow in it, a high flow, okay? And so that's going to be called Power Beyond, and that's going to be specifically for something that has its own controls like the backhoe does. And so when you plug into the Power Beyond hydraulics, essentially once you're tapped in there, there's going to be a continuous flow that's going through there when you control your backhoe controls here, okay? And so something that you would use a regular third, fourth, or fifth function for is using the controls on the tractor, all right? And so, for instance, a grapple doesn't have its own controls mounted on it, okay? So when you hit that button or a lever on your tractor, that's going to make the jaws of the grapple open or close. So the difference again with the Power Beyond, there's no controlling it with the tractor here. The controls are on the implement itself. So something else to think along those lines is a log splitter. And so you would have a lever that you can move back and forth, and it's going to activate the log splitter, okay? So I'd like to make sure you guys are aware that I am not a backhoe operator, okay? I may enjoy tractors, love tractors, but a backhoe is one of the few things that I don't have much experience with. Well, not one of the few, but as far as main tractor attachments go, I don't have a lot of use, and most of the experience I have is with the 1025Rs. So I'd appreciate if you go easy on me here. I really didn't have to post this, but you know, a lot of my customers and viewers are first-time tractor owners or never-time tractor owners, and you know, I feel like if I can put it out there, you know, just show myself doing something that I haven't done a whole lot of. I mean, I've played around with backhoes off and on for years, but you know, they're all different machines and they respond differently, and I am a novice, you know, as far as that goes. And I'm just kind of showing you the operations right now. I've got it at a pretty low idle. And so one thing I can say for you folks that do get a tractor with a backhoe is there's still a decent amount of strength, especially if you're just digging holes, even at idle. And those backhoe controls, those responses, you know, they're going to be a lot slower and more easily controlled. You can see though, when you do one function, and the side to side is probably the fastest function, which in theory may be the one that you want to be fastest. I don't know if that's the case really with all backhoes or not, but you know, you think about it, you know, and you go down here and you scoop a load out. That's kind of slow, you know, but you want to pay attention to what you're doing. And then you can quickly go over here and dump it somewhere, you know, and then come back over to your hole, you know, go down and scoop another load there and pull it up, and then bring it over here and, you know, and dump it and go back, you know, and if you need to go a little bit further out. So those controllers are a little bit slower. You get the idea, I think. Well, anyway, I'm going to sit here and play around on this for another minute, because why not? You know, I can't dig any actual holes with this. It's brand new. I got to make sure my customer, you know who you are, got to make sure you get this in new condition. But boy, am I tempted to go dig a hole. I got a couple stumps at home that need digging out. Maybe you wouldn't mind. Would you? Would you mind? I'm kidding. I'm not going to use it. Well, anyway, I guess it's time to put this away, but yeah, pretty sweet. A lot of fun. Looks pretty awesome too. And you know, we can add a backhoe on for you if you'd like. So get a hold of us, goodworkstractors.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, check out my other videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.